toys and collectibles from retro to right now. It's time for Bartertown.
Yeah! Get excited!
Yeah, I'm so
Get
excited!
excited!
Oh my god! I'm so excited right now, I could just die.
I'm excited to have M&M's.
What a day!
Oh my god. Okay. VIP Sundays are my new favorite thing. We unofficially, last night, on our free, 100% free giveaway Thunderdome Upper VIP stream, which if you're not a VIP,
Super secret group.
there's a link right there. It's not a secret. Please join.
Which I missed because of work.
Even Selena wasn't here yesterday. We made this decision on last night's super secret Thunderdome stream for only upper level VIPs that Sundays in the store going forward are now going to be VIP day. We didn't know what that
I
meant.
don't know what that means.
We still don't really know what it
We'll
means.
figure it out.
I know what it means. It means that I'm going to have a fabulous day. That's what it means. I got to see John and the girls today.
Oh, don't start. You're not going to remember everybody.
I got to see Mike. I got to see Alex and Leona and Amelia. I got to see...
Hal came in early. You weren't here for Hal.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Hal. I didn't see Hal.
Just because you didn't see Hal doesn't mean Hal wasn't seen.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Jose came in.
Jose was here.
Oh, Jose was here?
Yeah, that was a surprise too. Anyway, a bunch of VIPs came in.
So many VIPs.
Mike Rivera
I think I mentioned
picked
that.
up a grail that he had put aside.
We actually said, should we talk about it or not?
So we had a
talk about it?
banging day in store. And it wasn't just because of VIPs. We had people from Georgia, from Idaho, taking pictures with us. It was a hectic... And it's been slow the past few weeks. So today was like,
It's that
whoa,
time of
what's
year.
happening? So
Yeah.
banging, ringing up, sale.
Craziness.
Our PayPal's like, no, you can't take any more money.
In the middle of a sale, literally in the middle of a sale,
So...
a button pops up. You need to supply more information before you can continue taking payments.
Not to get into the minutia of it, but PayPal is like, we are a legit business and we don't have any issues. But there's some kind of algorithm that got tripped in PayPal, and they suck my butthole.
So
Don't repeat after me,
the
kids.
deal with PayPal is that if they sense any differences in your business volume, whether up or down, they decide that that's a problem and they lock your account down. Because we had a decent day in store after the last month being kind of slow, they decided, oh, you're finally having a good day. We're going to make it so you have no money at all.
Anyway, so they're holding our money.
I would like to outwardly say, if you deal with PayPal in any regard, stop. Because it's only going to get worse.
So I did not have time to process anything serious for today's stream.
We had no
Damn
time
you.
to get ready for today's stream. The small amount of time that we did have to get ready for the stream was eaten up by screaming at each other about PayPal.
What?
I was screaming, and you were like, "It's gonna be fine."
Yeah,
And
we
I
didn't
was
we didn't
screaming.
fight or anything.
No, screaming.
To each other.
You take it out on me, but you know.
You tried to eat my M&Ms. I brought these M&Ms out, and you started eating them before I even got
I
it.
need sugar to get excited. I'm tired.
Is that what it is? Sugar?
Yeah.
All right.
So
So anyway.
welcome everybody. This is
Hi.
for those of you who are new and like, what the hell is happening here? This is a live claim sale, live without a net. We got about a
I like
5-second delay, but ain't nothing we
not.
could do in those 5
And I
seconds.
can't
If something
control
happened, if something happened, Selena, who runs the show behind the counter here, whose voice you hear disembodied, can't even control it. So if we say something,
Yeah, it's not the kind of delay like they have on the Oscars.
No.
I do have control over it, but it's very, very, very binary. I have the off button, but short of a meteor or a violent crime, I can't imagine anything going wrong enough that I would feel the need to pull the plug.
we're gonna sell some. I got some Marvel Legends and some DC figures here, and then whatever that ship is, I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what it is.
So this
It
is what
looks
happened.
cool.
It was like
Hey,
3:45, and Justin's like, we have to do Bartertown in like an hour, and our VIPs didn't get a sneak peek or anything. What are we gonna do? So he's like, I'm just gonna run out to the warehouse, and I'm just gonna blindly grab like 2 or 3 tubs.
So it's like a...
I'm gonna open them and kind of look and just,
Because we have a warehouse full
Yeah.
of unprocessed stuff.
Billy, I noticed actually. I'm glad you brought that up. I noticed that you signed up for the Secret Santa, but you aren't shipping internationally, and you're the only British person.
Yeah, we'll need to figure that
So
out.
we're gonna have to figure that one out. Yeah, other people are okay doing international, but we'll have to figure that out after the stream.
Yeah, or we got to get a new VIP in Britain and make sure they get each other.
This is Tucker, in case anyone didn't know.
So claim sale. Welcome VIPs. We had a great Thunderdome with you last night.
It's always great. Selena, you were missed. You were asked after numerous times.
Thank
You
you.
were.
I got
It was
stuck.
nice seeing our VIPs on VIP Sunday.
I got stuck at work.
I like a VIP. I like the VIP Sunday.
Nightwing's crotch just broke, so we won't be selling him.
So just to give you guys an idea of how. Did you just eat an M&M? Did you just eat an M&M?
Tucker, you can't eat M&Ms.
Are you serious right
Dog.
now?
Thank God they're M&M
Did
minis.
he lean his head over and went, oh,
He just
did?
snaked one.
Did you guys see that?
Tuck, you
Are
absolute
you? Is he gonna
scandal.
be okay?
it's tiny.
It's a tiny mini M&M, and he's an 8-pound
No,
dog.
you're
I mean,
not getting another one.
if he had
He's like
scarfed,
freaking out.
if
Okay,
he had
you're down,
scarfed
you're
like
down.
3 full-sized ones, maybe we'd be talking a different story.
You're a
But
bastard. He literally licked right now. I don't want to eat the rest of these either. They might have a lick on them.
Tucker, that was there's video evidence.
There's video evidence of that.
What the hell,
All right.
Tucker?
So believe it or not, for those of you who maybe knew, I apologize. Believe it or not, you know, I said this last night about Kevin. Like, I'm so sorry. It's not normally a train wreck. It is always a train wreck.
It is. Sometimes
And
it's a more controlled train wreck than others.
And I think that our VIPs specifically actually prefer the train wreck to the regular.
Yeah,
It's more memorable.
Like,
we're no
was
fun.
that the custom one we did?
Yeah.
That's really
we're no
cool.
fun when we're.
What else am I going to do with it
normal
besides
plate.
make sure somebody gets it?
It's so cool.
I mean, I could do a display in here with some of it.
Where?
I don't know.
All right, I was trying to explain how this works. Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing you would see from obedient school flunky. That is so accurate, Rob. That's-
Right.
And he literally just started his new class today, right? Was
Yeah,
today
he
the first
passed his
day?
last class, and now he's
Yeah.
this is his second time
Billy,
through.
Veronica, all these VIPs are saying they love the train wreck. I'm glad somebody does, because it's usually like
Vintage toys, comedy, and
I end up overcompensating.
power.
Why is there no power?
Why?
Is there no power?
Hang on.
Excuse me. Oh my God!
Oh my
Nothing
god,
else
what
can
is
go wrong.
freaking happening?
I don't know what the hell is
We
happening
just
right
got
now.
We just got a on
the
our monitor. It
Did that
says
fix it?
battery's ready to
No.
go because the
Can you
laptop's
make
not
sure it's
plugged
plugged
in.
in? Oh my fucking God! What is
trying
happening?
to. The power's plugged in.
Is that
Okay,
better?
we're good. Yeah, we're good.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why did that just happen?
I don't know. That was
Oh
a
my
call.
God! Talking about train wreck, I can't today.
What happened was I got a
I
giant
can't.
a giant
I can't
red
do this.
notification
I can't
in the
do this
middle.
today.
Giant red notification in the middle of the control panel that said your PC's battery is low. You might want to plug it in, and it is plugged in. And I was just like, bah!
So there's clearly something wrong with my cable. It has some kind of short in it or something. Do not breathe on it, whatever you do.
I'm not even touching it.
Oh Lord.
I
I'm
can't
not even
today.
All right.
Veronica's
Penelope-
like,
Penelope needs to
Penelope
drink
needs a
during
drink
this.
after this. All of the spoons are getting thrown out the window. Cue the Benny Hill music. Bernie, best comment. It's all part of the show, people. Okay.
Yeah.
It is
that's
part of the show. All
The
right.
dog trying to put himself in the doghouse.
Let's center ourselves here.
What else is gonna happen? Is
that's-
anyone gonna
I-
knock on this door?
Is that
If
locked?
anybody knocks on this door, I'm gonna die.
Let's center ourselves here.
Okay. All right.
If this is Bartertown,
Is it?
I'm Justin,
I'm really stressed out.
my wife Penelope.
Stop climbing up my leg. Go.
Behind the scenes here is Selena.
Hey ho.
Does
Tucker,
everyone-
you've seen?
Does everyone need to change to decaf coffee?
No.
Probably not.
We're going to do a claim set here. We're going to
Foresee
show you an
everything.
item, and we're going to say a price. We're going to say a price for regular people. VIPs, if a VIP claims it, I'm going to do a lesser price because they didn't get their typical
yeah,
pre.
we're doing something a little different.
VIPs typically get lesser prices anyway.
Well,
But-
when it's Bartertown stuff, maybe not as much.
Sometimes. So anyway, yeah,
Anyway.
sometimes. So anyway, the prices we say will include free shipping in the U.S. if it's over $20. If it's under $20, we ask you spend $20 to make the shipping worth it for us. If you're picking up in store, that's great. That just means we don't lose money on shipping. If you're a VIP, you get free shipping anyway.
Yeah, if you're in the United States.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
That's a good question.
kinds of stuff we should catch up on. Let's just try and sell some stuff. This is going to be a short sale portion of Bartertown,
Yeah.
but maybe it will be an extended hangout portion of Bartertown.
We did get a request if we had any Ghostbusters stuff.
Oh, there's tubs of it.
I
out
don't
there.
know if I want to take requests per se, but someone just asked about Ghostbusters. Did you have something specific in mind? Because I do have a few things in the case I could bring over. Let us know. I don't know if I want to make this a thing for today. Maybe we'll see how this goes and just kind
There's
of.
a middle card Ghostbuster in there, vintage we could pull out.
We'll let's just see how it goes. But Boone, if you have any requests as far as Ghostbusters go, I can see if we have anything in the case. Other than that, let's continue talking about how this goes.
Penelope, when you're panicking because you can't find your phone, it's
Yeah.
back here.
Okay, that's gonna happen in 2 seconds, I'm sure. How far did you get in your spiel?
I'm ready to explain how claims work.
Okay, so we're going
I
to
get
talk
to
about
ring
the
the
item.
bell.
We are going to state the price, show you on one of our beautiful cameras the item itself. We are then going to state the price of the item. Once the price has been stated, you are then free to claim. To do so, you would want to type claim and then the name of the item, or gimme name of the item, make that Thor mine, something along those lines. As long as you are the first person chronologically to do so, that is fed through to our beautiful Lucille chat comments right next to me.
They aggregate from other platforms.
Yes, they are aggregated from Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook all at once, and you can see clearly to the tenth of a second. I don't know if they get the timestamps on their end, but we absolutely get them on our end.
Yeah, we get timestamps to.
Yeah.
So don't worry about
the
spelling. As long as we know what you're talking about, as long as we get an idea, and the fact that you want it. Don't just say the name of the item, because then we'll just think you're just like, yeah, Brave Star, Black Star.
So to go along the list of more things going wrong, I just went to write in this notebook, and there's no blank pages left. So now I got to go walk around and find a notebook that has paper in it.
What kind of sound will the users hear will the visitors hear when there's a claim?
Oh yes,
My hand is hovering over the.
Once now, we don't even control the claims. You
I
guys
don't
make
control
your
them. I
claims.
just read them.
You make your claims chronologically. They are displayed, and then you'll hear this sound. At which point we should shut up. I know it's hard, but we should shut up.
They sometimes do.
At which point Selena will then announce who was the first person to claim the item. We will then write that down in my notebook that's going to have blank pages in it at some point. There's a fresh one behind the... I went to Walmart last week and bought like 3 new ones. I can't believe this one's full already.
I'm going to show them an item.
We already did that.
We didn't show them any items yet.
At the end of the stream, we will send you a link that you can use to check out. A PayPal link that you can use to check out.
Yeah.
That would come through. Usually, we prefer to message on Facebook. If you are messaging us on a different platform, you could email us instead if you prefer. We like Facebook messages. It's great. I get the notifications right on my phone. It works out well that way. We do ask that if you cannot pay today, do not make a claim. We are not the kind of claim sale that lets stuff sit around. We don't have a lot of space for things to sit. And I'm obviously completely broke right now because PayPal has taken all of my money. So we would appreciate checkout in a timely manner. Thank you very much. Did I miss anything? The prices that we state do include free shipping in the United States, unless stated otherwise. International will ship at cost. We do not make money on your shipping. Is there no one else?
What happens if a non-VIP item purchases, or non-VIP purchases a smaller item? Good.
If you... Yes. Thank you. I need to add that to the stream.
You do?
We will ship to you for free if you spend more than $20. Thank you. I need to reiterate that. More than $20, free shipping. Less than $20, we are going to charge you exact shipping. It's usually depending on the item, $8, $10, $12. But VIPs do get free domestic shipping at all times. Is there no one else? I'm going to go get a notebook while you, I guess, start here, whatever you've got happening. I have no idea what this stuff is. I don't know what we're doing or anything, but I'm going to go get a notebook. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
I can go to camera 2.
I just didn't want to stop talking if you weren't ready to start talking, because then there's dead air.
Camera 2.
Camera 2. Going to camera 2.
This is a Marvel Legends Thor classic comic. I don't know what series. Got me $10. Now the first person that says claim Thor gets Thor for $10. If you're a VIP, it's shipping to you for free. If you're not a VIP, maybe buy some other things, and we'll round it up to $20, and we'll get you going. So that's how this works. And I'm just going to keep moving around the dais here.
His cape is great.
Yeah, he's actually really... I love the comic versions of Thor.
Yeah, me too.
There's 8 billion Thor versions now.
I feel like there's 8 billion versions of everything.
Yeah. The next one's really cool. It's from The Dark Knight. It's Harvey Dent. As you can see, it's, after his face gets burnt. I have not looked any of these up. That might be worth money. I don't know. $10. $10 Harvey Dent. Matter of fact, I think that's another Harvey Dent next to him, but it's pre-face burn. Also $10. Just let me know if you want one, which version you are after. Pre-face pre-face burn or post-face burn. I think that's supposed to be Harvey Dent. The one with the burnt face is a better likeness. Whoever this guy in the suit is $10. People love 6-inch figures in suits. They make great.
This guy is in the
Thank
suit.
you, Ernie.
Are you serious?
Speaking of Ernie, we have to next time I go to Brigantine, it's a good excuse to go to the island. I'm gonna bring his Batarang to him. We were gonna have him pick up. He can't make it out, so I'm gonna.
Bangarang.
Seeing his name reminded me.
Bangarang.
You see Nova back there? Marvel Legends Nova.
You're saying words.
It might be Kid Nova. It's Nova nonetheless. Let's keep the theme going. $10.
All right. Would you like to back up? I could not find a
Yeah. So
notebook.
Thor $10.
Just Thor is $10.
Yep. Harvey Dent $10. Harvey Dent Two-Face $10.
I sense a pattern.
I started
Nova
writing them down.
$10.
I started writing them down while you were gone.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I couldn't find a notebook. I just bought notebooks and I can't find them.
I'm answering questions on here, and people who aren't on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, you probably can't see the Facebook comments. I can see all the comments. So Ernie just said no rush. Ernie, any ridiculous opportunity for me or stupid reason for me to go to the island, I'll take it.
Dan also said hi to us, as did Doug. Hello.
Oh, hey Dan,
guys.
Doug.
How
What's
are
up,
you guys?
my friends? Dougie Dougs.
All right. What else we got going on
Who
here?
is that? Black Panther? Is that Black Panther in the front there in a dynamic
Hold on.
pose?
There's a guy in a suit. I didn't write him down.
Yeah, you did. It's Two-Face.
Wait.
Black Panther, $10.
Nova, Black Panther, $10.
Yep.
Okay.
You see that Joker back there? That's a really cool Joker. That's a good Joker.
He's tall too.
He's a good Joker. I don't know which line he's from, but Jokers are always, Jokers are Jokers. Joker gets a little bump because he's a Joker. Let's say he'd be...
Oh, wait. So there's supposed to be VIP prices and regular prices.
Yeah.
So...
If the VIP wants it, I'll say less.
Okay, I like that.
Joker's $12. Sandman, I think that's a Sandman from one of the Arkhams, possibly. Very cool version. That's $14.
Oh, he's a wicked
I thought
Sandman.
you meant like Neil Gaiman. He's
He
a
might be a
Joker.
Midnight Toker.
He's a Joker unless he's a smoker.
See the Batman? That's an Affleck, Batfleck.
Oh yeah, he's a heavy set. He's like a Frank Miller looking.
$10.
So he looks solid.
Batfleck.
Yeah.
Batfleck.
Who is this with the gold armor? Any help, friends? I thought it was Brienne of Tarth, but it's not.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Looks a little bit like Anderson Cooper.
Oh, it's the guy who played Night Owl in Watchmen, but I think he was in Aquaman or something as a bad guy.
Well, if he was, then this is his Aquaman staff. Then,
DL. Say hi to DL.
Hey, Dio.
if that's the case, then this is his staff.
Keith said Ocean Master.
Ocean
Okay.
Master?
All right. So Ocean Master, I don't know, $10. Is that $10?
I see a trend.
And then there's a really cool Storm
Oh,
back here. She
wicked.
doesn't stand well. She's got skinny legs. You see her?
Hey, wait.
King Orm.
Okay. Thank you, Rob.
Hand her over.
She's not gonna come with the stand though.
Why not?
Do we need it for anything?
Yeah.
You thinking about the museum at all?
No.
Okay.
Not even a little bit.
Wow. That just made her awesome.
It really did.
Her cape needs to be cleaned a little bit.
Oh, it's not supposed to look like that.
It might. I'm not sure. $15 on this Storm. It's a great version of Storm, and we'll throw in the stand where she's flying.
That stand.
So how about that?
That stand elevated her, pun intended.
How about,
Oh, we
dude? You
look
can
at
Google image from our screen here. That's crazy. Alex, I'm so glad you claimed this because it's going to look great in your Detolf, and it's. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is definitely giant size X-Men ish. No, she's in darker clothes than that. Is this Jim Lee? Possibly. You tell me, Alex. But anyway, she's
So,
yours.
what's the VIP price?
What did I say on her? How much?
15.
$12.
All right.
All right, let's get into some vintage. Oh, another Black Panther. This one he has like blue. The other one's all black. This one has blue.
So he's a blue Black Panther?
Yeah,
Hold on. So this is blue black? Is that really what I'm
I
writing
like
down?
that Panther.
good enough. $10.
I like that Panther a lot.
Is it Panther or is it the other guy?
No, it's not Eric Killraisin. All right,
Killraisin?
Killmonger.
Killraisin. Killraisin.
This is a complete Black Star, I believe. No, it's not complete. I think he might come with a sheath for his, but he does have a sword, and his cape is right there next to his feet. It's just the gold thread came off.
He's got interesting arms.
They're very He-Man.
Yeah.
He is the guy. That's Blackstar. That's John Blackstar from the Blackstar line.
Is that actually his name, or did you make that up? John Blackstar's his name?
Yeah.
I believe you.
Rude.
Good, thank you. I don't lie. Blackstar, I'm going to charge $30. The sword alone is probably $20, if not more.
What did you say?
Why are M&M's so big?
What are the little guys he
That's
has
Tucker.
called? Little burbles. No, burbles are...
Bobbits or something like that?
Yeah, like bobbins.
We have a claim on Blackstar from Earl. I'm going to say we have a claim on Earl
Thank
from
you, Earl.
Blackstar.
I'm going to do $8 a piece on the bobbins. Let's call one, the one here on the
Can
first
we just,
one.
like, their colors? Can we use their colors
They're
now?
the same colors. We'll call one, I think, mustache bobbin and one clean face bobbin.
Twink bobbin?
John.
Earl and, or, John and Lorena Bobbin?
What do we call it? How much did I say where they were?
$8 each.
$8 each. There's a thing about Blackstar. All the bad guys came with these demons. There's many different color demons. This is obviously a pink demon. $10 on the pink demon.
That's a cool looking demon. Even for being pink.
Then the guy in the back with the wings. Don't remember his name. Bad guy.
Blackstar Bob.
Which one? Mustache or clean face?
Or
I'm
both.
gonna assume. I mean, he didn't specify, so I'm gonna assume maybe both.
Well, if
but
he wants
let's
both,
just
then he's a
clarify.
VIP.
Yeah, Kevin, please
So I'll
clarify.
do $5 a piece on him if he wants them both.
Kevin, let us know how many bobbits you would like.
This guy right here, I don't know his name. Orange Monster.
Okay.
Okay.
Kevin says both Bobs. Earl wants to claim demons both.
There's only one pink demon. That's all I got to so far, Earl. So if you want the pink demon, that's yours. That was 10. Kevin got them. Let me pull.
Kevin got the bobbits.
Yep.
Are they bobbits? Am I right?
Something like that.
I think they're bobbits.
I think you're thinking of John Wayne Bobbitt.
I think
I already made that joke.
I think that I'm thinking of bobbits.
Earl, if you want the pink demon, let me know. These other guys might be demons, but they're more money when
That's
I
a
get
yes
to when
from
I get.
Earl.
Okay. All right, the orange guy.
Thank
Forget
you,
his name.
guys,
It's
for your claims.
whatever. He has his wings. Let's say $15 for the orange guy. I don't know. I'm rolling the dice
Black
here.
Star Orange guy.
Yeah,
All right.
he's there. He's up in the museum. I don't know much about Black Star,
You said
and I did
15?
no research yet.
Well, listen.
I know it's a 1984 or action figure. I guarantee it's more than that on
Okay.
eBay.
Kevin came in first on the orange villain.
All right.
2/100ths of a second.
What is
Wow.
Kevin's VIP price?
How much did I say it was?
$15.
$12.
His name is Carco, apparently.
All right. Now these guys came with other guys. These are a little more expensive. I don't know how much more expensive though. Let's call them.
I don't know how much.
And they're considered demons as well. Let's call it yellow demon and green demon. 15 a piece on them. Something just fell.
Somebody just,
It's a Black Panther.
15 each of them?
Yeah.
On the yellow and the green?
Yeah.
All right.
I forget what they came with.
Yellow demon.
Someone claimed orange bub, right?
yeah. Kevin claimed the orange villain. He came in just ahead of Earl. That
This
was
is what
Earl.
happens on VIP Sunday. A VIP came in and saw we were lining
These
up
are
for.
so cool. I love things that spark.
So we were lining up for
I do too.
Oh, also doesn't
Bartertown,
spark.
and
Earl claimed demons.
thank you, Earl, and got to see these. Now listen, VIPs is VIPs. It's open to any of you. I'm sorry, Jack Vanderbeck or Casper. I wish you could come in on Sunday and hang out.
One day, one of
our other VIPs came in and was like, "Oh, I'm interested in those," and got an early claim.
One day, one of them's just gonna walk in. Like they're not gonna warn us or anything. They're just gonna show up and walk in and be like,
Exactly.
"Hi."
Hey, Rob Kimsey with your Google Lens. What the hell is this?
We had a VIP from Virginia. Just on a Sunday.
Just
show
wander
up.
in, yeah.
And I didn't recognize him on site because
Ooh.
people God, I forget his name now.
Today?
No, not today.
Oh.
This was months ago. This was a while ago. Just
Rob said he tried. He couldn't find it.
It's called Tech Force S45.
oh wait, is it TEK? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
it
not
William
really
Shatner?
No.
Oh, I don't have my phone. I don't have my phone. Do a little Googling here. Tech Force. It looks like his logo too. Does that
would-
sticker belong there?
I would, but I'll get distracted if I pick up my phone. It's just a slippery slope.
What did Bernie say? Read that out loud, Julia.
Most made figure on the planet out of any action figure line is Goku, but most made figure period is a Lego Man. In 2017, Guinness World Record revealed Lego made 90 trillion little Lego people.
90 trillion?
It is a Tech Force Robo Jumbo.
Robo Jumbo.
It's battery operated.
Earl, thank you.
It's missing.
A hatch, it looks like back here?
It's missing. It's supposed to have. Is this the right thing?
You okay?
I'm gonna see.
Tuck, you okay?
Does that look like that to you?
Yeah. Looks like it has treads or something?
Yeah, it has some kind of treads. It looks like. No, this isn't the same
Tuck.
thing. It doesn't have these black things.
Sorry. You ate an M&M. I'm checking.
No, it's not the same.
No,
It's
the
very
front's
similar.
different, yeah.
It's very similar, but it's not.
This
quite
is
the
like a
same.
space carrier. The front opens up.
It's definitely. And everybody just fell over.
I still can't believe that dog snaked an M&M.
Robo Jumbo.
It is a Robo Jumbo. I like that we didn't even look at the bottom. Yes, Keith, that's actually what I'm looking at right now is the box art.
Robo Jumbo.
It kind of doesn't look the same.
Robo Jumbo.
No, I understand that you're saying Robo Jumbo over and over again, my love, but it doesn't feel like the same item.
I'm a C.
I'm trying to make it biggened. I'm trying to embiggen it.
Embiggen.
It's clearly the Robo Jumbo, but like it's not showing this part. Oh, maybe it's twisted in a different direction, and that's why you can't see
You're
it.
twisted in a different direction.
That makes sense. See, it's not showing. Do you see here? It's not showing these black tread things on the front of this part. It's not showing that.
Yeah.
Sometimes box art differs from what you end up
There's
with.
supposed to be a hatch there.
Ernie said man down.
Yeah, we got a couple men down.
That's definitely what it is, but I'm just not. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's got
100%.
like big things stick out here.
Yeah, and there's like a thing here too, like a flappy slap. What is Tech Force? I'm not gonna lie, I have no
Wow,
clue.
look, it has arms.
That's cool.
I've never heard of this. This is not showing arms. I love this. I have no idea what it is. What the
It
heck
seems
is
very
Tech Force?
now it's seeming very GoBot-ish. I'm feeling getting GoBot vibes.
Kajek. Who has ever heard of Kajek? That's not even a brand. A non-VIP is going to complain when the speaking portion begins.
What does that mean?
We said we were going to do a selling portion, and then we were going to do a talking portion where we just talk. And anyone who's not like used to hearing us babble is going to be like, "Why are these people trying to talk?"
I don't know what to do about Robo Jumbo.
Well, why don't I look it up on eBay and see what?
There's an idea.
Let's just look. Like, it can't hurt, right? It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Let's see. I'm going to try to log into eBay
Let
and
me
watch
see what
the
those
decent kind of weird-
tracks look like. I'll see if I find them anywhere.
I closed it.
What year was it?
Hal
No,
says
it's
Joe
information.
Me Robo Jumbo 1984.
Wow. Yeah, those treads are not familiar. They have. Oh my God! So it's for. There's a Star Wars guy there. There's a
Yeah.
GoBot there.
Yeah.
So it's one of those like generic
Yeah.
toys that
Like
you're supposed to put.
Paratoy.
That's exactly what
that's
Hal just
exactly
said.
what Hal
A
just
generic
said.
toy from any sci-fi toy
Yeah, it's
line.
generic.
It's
I
kind
love
of
this
like the
kind
thing
of
we
stuff.
got for D&D and for He-Man. The
Terratoy does a lot of this kind of
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
generic
it's a
stuff.
ship that fits with whatever
wow.
your fandom
Well,
is.
if you are
Hold
local,
on, I'm looking it up.
Please hold. Your call is very
We
important
went
to
through
us.
all of that to find out what it was, and now we're not going to look it up. That's ridiculous. Robo Jumbo.
And yet so on
right?
brand for us.
Tech Force. Just a quick peek here.
My foot's asleep.
Wake it up. That'll be the right thing to do, right? All right, let's see. None up. None up. That's interesting. Sold items. Let's see. This you're behind the curtain now. This is how we do.
The
Sold.
inside, behind-the-scenes view of Farpoint.
Wow, there's none here. It's all a bunch of cards.
We had a PayPal-related disaster.
Yeah.
The dog snaked an M&M, and now
He
you're
did.
watching us price items. It's day in the life of Farpoint, folks.
She really said, "Please hold." Yes, I did. I got it from Selena.
Please hold. Your call is very
none,
important.
None up,
folks.
none sold. So there you go.
if you're a VIP and you're local and you want this, I don't think it's worth shipping. Unfortunately, give me $10. You can come have it.
Jesus.
Set up your little GoBots on it. Set up your little Star Wars guys on it.
That's selling instantly.
I would've
That's pick up
played-
only, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I would have played with that with my Star Wars figures as a kid. How I played with a freaking dollar store ambulance with my Star Wars men when I was a kid.
I love that ambulance. Do you still have that?
No, it's in pieces.
Oh,
I
love that
I have a
thing.
couple pieces of it.
You drove that off the steps in Richland so many times.
Loved that thing.
Very interesting.
Loved
Very
that
interesting.
thing.
You know that Star Wars was popular or He-Man was popular when they're making like off-brand toys to go with it. Somebody made off-brand mini rigs, which are super
Your
awesome.
volume's up. Really cool. If nobody buys this, I want to put it like with sci-fi stuff and put them all on there.
We could put it in the Star Wars Museum.
Battlestar may look really cool with it too.
So that's
I
it
love
for the
that.
Sally portion.
That can't be. You gotta have more stuff to sell.
I
You're
can
a whole-
reduce it. Anybody interested in a reduced price on any of these DC or
You're a
Marvel
whole,
guys?
you're a whole ass toy
Is that
store. How do
literally
you have nothing to
everything?
sell?
We've been on for half an hour.
Yeah.
Bernie said we should have taken the Tech Force stickers off and said it was a Godzilla space fighter.
Is anybody else? We're not going to the. You were making a lot of noise about going to the.
I really wanted to go to the Chinese buffet tonight because Alex and Amelia and Leona were talking about umi.
I want to go to the Chinese buffet.
I've eaten already though, so there's no point in me going. I've just had chili.
Me and Selena could go to umi, but then I would feel like I'm cheating on Alex.
I don't want to necessarily go to Umi. I just want to go to Chinese.
You had a tank on the table earlier. How I did, and it's a custom 1/18 scale GI
Mike-
Joe transformer.
Mike Wynn's comment of the day: put it with the crash test dummies. We talked about crash test dummies earlier.
Inside jokes are great.
It is an inside joke. If you're not a VIP, you wouldn't get that one.
Most VIPs are like, "What are you talking about?"
I think just a lot of VIPs have heard me repeatedly dunk on the crash test dummies, which I did it earlier today. Earl would like Thor.
Thor and Earl are now
I'm gonna give him Thor for $8 instead of
joining
Yeah,
with
that's
each other.
Earl, we got you.
That's an awesome Thor.
It
Earl.
is.
That's
It is
a
really
good grab.
cool. It's such a classic.
Classic.
See, Rob just said the same thing. I don't want to go late on Friday. I want
Thank
to
you, Earl.
go there lunch. I want to go to Umi for lunch.
I'd be down
Lunch
for
is a
that.
better deal. Yeah, I would definitely like to do that. This is an awesome Thor. Speaking of Thor, is anybody watching Loki?
Does Ernie and Rob know each other? That's interesting. So I think I'm going to keep my custom GI Joe Transformer stuff that used to be in the diorama when we were in the mall. I think I'm going to find an area in here to make a little display of it.
You sold
It's
him-
not maybe as big as it used to be, but at least a display of a reference to what it used to be.
You sold him one of your Joe tanks from the diorama with the GI Joe. I think it was.
I did the Mauler, yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Well, it was an Abrams
Yeah.
that we made to
And it
look
said
like a
G.I. Joe
Mauler,
on the
yeah.
side. Yeah.
But that's an actual character. That's Blitzwing.
Yeah.
So
That's a transformer.
yeah, I might find a little area and
This is heavy. You could hurt someone with this Thor. You could hurt someone with this. Selena, be careful with that. That's an awesome variant. I forget who he is. Stingray? Ray Fillet?
Looks like.
There's
That would
3
be his
different
name.
versions of Ray Fillet.
Oh, Earl, do you want the Joker too?
or if you want the Joker, it's $10.
Yeah. If Earl would like the Joker, he is 10
Waiting
bucks.
for Earl
This
to
is
say
an awesome
words.
version of the Joker too.
That Thor is amazing. Like,
This might be this also might be
hurt someone with that thing.
a Arkham. It's a sturdy figure. It's almost statuesque, but it does have articulation. So.
Oh yeah, he's like crack addled.
Thank you, Earl.
Thank you, Earl. And $10 on that for you, Earl.
Ringing a bell for Earl.
Kevin, you are glorious.
Every time
I like the skinny, like lanky Jokers.
every time I see
More
Earl's
so
name
than like the
pop up.
Cesar Romero
Yeah, I
style.
know you're a fan of them skinny, lanky Jokers.
Every time I see Earl's name pop up, I feel bad for the time I blocked him. Remember that?
We did it to Mark Acaro too.
I didn't do that one.
No, that was me. That was not totally accidental, of course. He just has 2 fists. They don't open. Like
He's angry.
they're just fists.
So
I guess we can go to camera 1 if we're done selling stuff. Although camera 2 is also really nice. Should we just stay right here?
I mean, I kind of like the cozy.
no, she doesn't like crash test dummies, obviously.
No, I like.
So we have a museum.
I like the coziness. This
And
is cozy.
I like to have a lot of toy lines represented in a museum, especially if one collection comes in and it's almost a complete collection. Can we camera 1, please?
We just talked about it.
just
We
had this
thought
conversation. We
camera 2
decided
would be
not
better.
Okay, that's fine. So
Look how much better camera 2 looks than the
I'll go to
1.
camera 1 too. I don't care.
No,
There you go.
So-
See? We're like silly.
I'm gonna go.
Oh,
on
Rob
strike.
Moyer. I thought we were talking about Rob Fane. So
I'm gonna
When
let
its
you
childhood collection comes in, and it's like an almost complete collection, I'm like instantly in my head, I'm like museum, which has happened with Exo Squad. It's happened with
Highlander,
Mask, like
Sectors too. I think you got
Sectors,
almost all
Pirates,
at that
Pirates
one
of the
show.
Dark Waters,
many things that's happened.
Centaurs,
I'm like, all right, that
Strawberry
collection's
Shortcake.
staying together. It's a childhood collection, and eventually in the museum we're gonna say I have all this
Thank
stuff
you,
written
Rob.
down. We're gonna have little tags that say like from the childhood collection of and whoever it came from. So Crash Test Dummies is one of those collections. It's an almost complete figure collection of Crash Test Dummies.
Now, I'm going to let you end there, and then I'm going to pick up the next part of the conversation.
All right.
So, when you do what we do not have vacation time. We don't have sick time. We don't have health insurance or a 401k.
You
or
have
any
health
of-
insurance.
You know what I mean. We don't have benefits of a regular job.
Right.
We don't have a 401k. So, when big things come in, there's a box that we have a safe deposit box where we put cool stuff like, high-end comics, that kind of thing. And we kind of call that our 401k. So when something big comes along, like this building needing a new roof, for example, we can do things like dip into the museum and a 401k stash and that kind of thing to get those things taken care of. So we need a new roof on this building, and we just got in contact with a roofer, and he gave us a very reasonable quote, but it's still more money than we have just laying around. Because let's be honest, especially after PayPal, the amount of money I have laying around is like what I just used to buy these M&Ms. It's not really a lot of liquid cash at the moment. So we're going to have to sell some things to get this roof on this building because it's only getting worse as time goes on. So we're starting to have a serious discussion about what are we going to sell to buy this roof because we have like a month to get this money together.
Now let me interject.
Go ahead.
So in my head, the museum is part of our collection. It's something we actively collect and we're adding to and trying to complete. Comic books aren't anything we're collecting. We are only keeping them because of monetary value. And with doing what we do, every year there are certain things we can put away that we don't keep the stuff in the museum because of monetary value. We keep the stuff in the museum because it is trying to complete collections for the museum for display.
Now, I do agree with you on that point. It's not about the monetary value with the museum, but the comics.
No GoFundMe. No,
are.
dude, no.
No,
We got
that's
enough stuff
not-
to pay for ourselves.
First of all, we already did that.
That was
Secondly,
let's save that for real emergencies.
that was definitely a very different situation. I liked what you're thinking, but thank you. No, it's not necessary. So I'm looking at the pile of comics, and I'm seeing like First Blade. I'm seeing First Black Widow. I'm seeing books that are only going one way, and that's up. And it's making me feel, yes?
Unless you count from last year to right now, because Alex can tell you where comics have gone in the last year.
Whereas that is true, I know that from the time we put them in that box to now,
Sure.
and then 10 years from now, or 20 years from now, or 50 years from now when Skylar is trying to retire and
Sure.
she's the one selling them,
Yep.
the price is going to be a lot different than me selling it to put a roof on a building.
Yep.
So it's hard for me sometimes to justify, and I always use Crash Test Dummies as an example, which is why they're joking with me about bringing it up so much. It's hard for me to justify keeping things like Crash Test Dummies or Bucky O'Hare, despite the fact that I think that they are cool. It's hard for me to keep that stuff and sell a comic that I know is only going to go one way, basically. And for our future, our retirement, or our daughter, whatever, that it's hard for me to do that. It's hard for me to look at the Crash Test Dummies and think, and not that they're worth the same as a First Blade, but it's hard for me to justify keeping something that's and getting rid of something that's not
So to me, this is displayed, the Crash Test Dummies. We are enjoying it. We are looking at it. People are seeing it. It's displayed. I
Everyone
tell
wants
people.
to know how much the Crash Test Dummies
I
are.
tell people all the time, oh, you have X in your garage or your attic, and it's in a tub or a box, and you're not enjoying it. Well, that's just money sitting in a box. I say it all the time.
We just
You
had
do
this
say it.
conversation.
You
That's
do-
why I'm getting out of pops
Yeah,
because
you
of
do
what you
say
said.
it all the time, but there's also something to be said. Again, we don't have a savings account. We don't have a 401k. We don't have a rainy day fund of any kind. This is it. So for me, selling a comic that might be a European vacation one day, or might be, something big. It might be my cancer treatment. Like, who knows what it could be.
She also didn't say that I don't know if we should go straight to comics. There's probably 50 to 100 carded Star Wars figures that we haven't done anything with yet.
There's not that many. There's only one tub now.
Okay, there's 50 Star Wars figures.
There's like 20 or 30.
There's another 20 in the case that we haven't done
And
anything.
that's another thing.
Point being,
I'd rather sell Crash Test Dummies than Star Wars. So there's a hierarchy. But on the other side of that, I would be very hard pressed to buy a roof with crash test dummies and Bucky O'Hare and Highlander and Batman 89.
We bought those Star Wars to sell, right?
We did. Okay. We did. You're not wrong. Listen, I'm not saying he's wrong. No, we're not. Neither of us are wrong in this case. It's just a matter of making sure we're prioritizing, and the roof is an extreme priority. We bought this building 6 years ago, and it needed a roof when we bought it, to the point where there were holes in it where chimneys and stuff had been stuck through from the previous owner, and they had just let it open. It was just sitting open.
So there's been some temporary fixes, but it's time for a real roof.
It's time for a real roof. And again, we got Gallagher Construction came out. Very great dude. Gave us a fantastic quote. So don't be surprised if you see some high-end stuff going up for sale. And every dime of that is going toward the roof to keep this place dry. What else? What else we got to talk about? Hal sent us his roofer's number. How we got Gallagher Construction? Again, he came out and he was very upfront, honest, very cool, professional, but very much like on our level. Like I could still understand all the words he was using. He didn't try to upsell me on stuff I didn't need. We found out one really good thing about this property. Apparently, the gutters on this building, when the last time they got the roof done, they replaced the gutters with what was at the time the high-end, best possible gutter. So the fact that the gutters are still good for the most part, we have a few repairs, but the fact that he told us that up front, you know, I could sell you new gutters, you don't need them, just a few repairs and you'll be fine. We got a few quotes and the other folks were like, well, brand new gutters, let's add $8,000 to your quote. Not necessarily needed. So we appreciated his honesty with that, and we need $10,000.
Oh. Okay.
Listen, we could sell like one giant thing, right? Do we have anything that's worth that much money?
Yeah.
That's
we certainly do.
That's extreme under the bed stuff. Ernie, we love you. We appreciate you.
No, that's not why we're talking. We're just talking to fill space here.
Space.
We do not need any help.
We're doing what's up in our lives.
Yeah. Listen, this was not a mid-COVID fire situation where we had already been through all of our savings.
Yeah, and we could see the end of our business in front of us.
Yeah,
so,
listen, we're not...
When you're not allowed to be open, that's kind of hard. And then you couldn't have opened if you wanted to. That's a little bit different.
We made it through, though.
We did, because of folks like you and the generosity of people like Ernie. So thank you very much for the offer.
So what else is up?
We'll do it. We will definitely do it. I have no doubt we will do it. But it's just, I feel, let's have a heart-to-heart right now. I grew up very poor.
This is what happens when we have nothing else to do.
It's true. We did not have a lot of stuff growing up. And my mom was I don't want to say she was a hoarder. That's not the right term at all. She would keep anything that was usable.
But she had the ability to make it usable. Like she made a lot of our clothes. She made a lot of our toys out of necessity and because she could.
I'm trying to be heartfelt. Stop sparking.
So when she would keep something, it wasn't just because, someone might randomly need this old piece of shirt cardboard. She could look at that piece of... She did what you guys did with this store. You looked at the wrecked shanty and saw this. She would look at 3 ribbon scraps and a piece of shirt cardboard and see a Christmas ornament.
Yeah. And that's... When she passed away, we threw out a lot of stuff which made me feel bad because I have a lot of her in me. But she had a giant tub of milk bottle caps because she would use them for stuff, and when she had one she would throw it in the tub because she knew she would use it. I'm like that, not with milk bottle tops, but like
that's literally the hoarding.
No, hoarding is like 5,000 newspapers
milk bottle tops
with cat poop on top of them.
But when you use the milk, when you do crafts all the time, you use the milk bottle caps for glue dippers. Yeah, that's not quite the same.
She used to do these really intricate crafts where she would need like detailed like little pots to put glue in and stuff. She would use all of that stuff. So when I say hoarder, it's a borderline, but there's no hoarders.
Pat wants to. You each get to buy a shingle.
I like that.
Put their initials on a shingle.
The word hoarder has a connotation of like.
Well, there's levels.
There's a mixture of like
it wasn't
turkey legs
and
like cat poop.
Yeah, like I knew a hoarder who kept every copy of the Atlantic City Press for like 15 years.
That's not a fire hazard.
Yeah,
I mean,
she
the Atlantic City Press. Are you serious? This wasn't like that.
Yeah, she kept anything that could be used by her, and she was very crafty. So that was a lot of different types of things.
This was
the
more
Beastie
of a.
Boys sang about it.
This was more of a like a Depression era kind of thing.
Now,
you don't throw anything away that might be useful.
I don't look like I'm old enough to have a mother who was born during the Depression era, but I did. She was born in 1936, and she grew up that way, and it affected her whole life, not in a negative way necessarily, but it colored her lens of how she looked at the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I got some of that from her. So it's hard for me. Like you said it earlier, we'll get it again. We sell something, we're in this business, we'll get it again, or we'll get something similar, or we'll be able to.
It's not like we're
rebuild.
closing next year.
Yeah.
So every year we're able to sock stuff away.
It's so hard for me to let go of anything. Because, first of all, I'm incredibly sentimental, like to the point where, like, I'll be walking around a store and see a stuffed animal and feel bad and have to buy it.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
like,
kinda like
I'm
that.
bizarrely sentimental.
It's very
like that.
ridiculous.
But when it comes to stuff, like, I've never been in a position in my entire life where I had things that, like, mattered.
I'm only about displaying stuff now. I'm only about stuff that I could see.
But what about 401k?
So, I'm not, in my head, our comics are 401k, basically.
Yeah. But
I'm
so
not
is the
touching them.
museum.
I'm not touching it. Yeah, museum's 401k, but it plays a different role as well.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the 401k is a fringe benefit of the museum.
Got
The
it.
museum to me is an
Yeah.
active thing that I
Yeah.
enjoy doing and filling and collecting and
Yeah.
and finishing collections.
Yeah.
And guess, oh, cool! At the end of it, it is worth money. That's secondary.
Yeah.
The comics is just, oh, it's worth money. I could give a shit less about the first appearance of
I
Daredevil.
see the museum as
We
almost,
have it, but
You're not wrong.
in my head, I'm not going straight to them because there is a point where we're not going to be able to work anymore, and I want to be able to, you know, sell some stuff and at least have some sort of cushion.
Yeah.
And
Plus,
do this like maybe partially, or if we have to slow down.
I totally agree
Yeah,
with you.
the Star Wars figures we bought
To sell
as
them.
yes.
Yeah. And we have already more than made our money back on the Star Wars
And
figures.
think about, dude. I mean, we're having this conversation in
We
front
are.
of a lot of people, ways. But like, it's not just the comics we have. We have original art. We have, you know.
I'm literally staring at the Voltron art while you're saying
there's
this.
stuff we have that's like, are you kidding me?
I kind of see the museum as almost a legacy thing. Like, okay, these people were here. They had this business. They were about toys. What did Farpoint do while it was here? It created a museum. It curated collections of childhood
love-
toys that would have
imagine
been,
if we could
that would have been
retire.
gone.
And the store's just a museum.
I would. My dream. This is my dream. I have lots of dreams, but like my realistic dream would be to turn this building just into a museum. It would be open and people could come in. Like right now we have a museum, but like I'm not charging admission or anything like that. It would be a museum that people could come to.
Like
So
a
I guess it'd
non-profit kind of deal.
I guess it would be some kind of a
Gift
gift
shop.
or something,
I was
gift
just gonna
shop,
say, I
that
wanna
kind of
have a
thing,
gift
whatever.
shop.
I still have these crazy dreams of being a writer, so I'd like to be writing, and this would be like the side thing. That's my crazy dream. Meanwhile, I still haven't published a single thing, and it's 2023. What else have we got going on besides being heartfelt and talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know. You lost me when you started talking about Chinese food.
I'm beat.
Today was a very intense day. I do want to thank every single person that came in the store, whether you spent money or just came to hang out or give me gifts or whatever you were doing.
I'm gonna make it a point.
I appreciate all of you.
I've been making it a point to clear out back here, so it's like accessible.
Yeah.
So when VIPs come, we can hang out back here. I think the chains still stay up.
I love it.
That's what we did today.
Yep.
Like Mike came, I pulled the chain. Mike came back.
And then I left the chain open, and a guy snuck past me, and he's like, "Excuse me," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And then he spent $300, so I felt extra bad.
Yikes.
That was funny. I like VIP Sundays. I think we should start doing. I think we should start.
I like what Donovan just said.
I like what Donovan
Hey,
just said
Alicia.
too. I think we should get donuts on Sundays. Despite the fact that we said we don't want sweets, I think we should get like a VIP box of donuts and maybe a VIP coffee, and like VIPs get to come and hang out on Sundays with us.
I like that.
I like that. As long as it's not like today, where it's crazy.
Well,
and
we can never
sick.
guarantee what it's
Well,
going
no,
to
no,
be.
I mean like from a stress point. I want to be able to hang out instead of being stressed out. Donovan just gave me amazing life advice. The only crazy dream is one that is unrealized.
Get on the
to
train.
writing. Get on the train. When are we going to dinner with Larry?
I don't know. We should. Before we end, want to say happy birthday in heaven to my mama.
Oh, Justin, no, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Is it today?
We're talking about our mom's
Yeah, it's
day, I
today.
guess, right? What a bummer! Oh my God, are we gonna cry on stream? I am.
No.
I'm crying. It's
Today will be
official.
your 69th birthday.
I'm officially crying on stream. All right. Oh, come here. Give me your hand.
What's today, the 12th?
Come here.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Oh God! Oh my Jesus! We're having one of those days, I guess, huh?
I just want Chinese.
I'm just glad she,
Selena's like, I just
unfortunately,
want
your mom didn't get to see us succeed.
I thought of that earlier today, actually. I know I'm actually officially crying. Thank you.
I'm glad my mom did. She knew like things were set.
Yeah,
things
my
were
mom
good.
died still thinking that I was like a weirdo that couldn't take care of himself.
She knew I was with you. You were with me, so she's figured you were pretty good.
No more Tucker meth. I cannot believe that the dog climbed up here and ate my M&Ms. I cannot believe it.
Is he dead in the corner? I hope
No,
not.
he's
I've been
fine.
checking on him. He's napping.
Did I accidentally eat the ones that he licked?
You know,
No, they're right there.
You probably did.
Where?
He licks your face. How do
My
you?
God. He
Well,
only,
guys,
he only licked my face that once and it was an accident.
man, we used to remember when we first started Bartown, and it was like the really stressful times,
Uh-huh.
and like how serious we used to get. Like I remember some talks. Because we were like really beholden and thankful,
Well,
and
I
not that we're
think-
not still, but like
Yeah.
we were in the throes of the store was closed.
We had a fire.
Yeah, it was crazy times.
You know, I don't know. We've heard a lot of feedback from people that started, you know, when we started the live stream, that's when they kind of came on board with the whole Farpoint thing. And we've heard a lot from a lot of those people that came on during COVID and like thanking us for being there for
Yeah,
them.
that was very touching.
And that I appreciate that so much, but it's crazy to me because like we're so thankful for them.
No, it's a reciprocal thing. Also, we won Best of the Press again.
Yes! Oh my gosh, yes, I put that in the beginning and then it's on the end as well. Yes, let's talk about that. We won Best of the Press again, and we've officially decided to retire.
We are retiring on top. We're like an Olympian.
Yes.
We're like an Olympian boxer who keeps winning for wrestling.
Yes,
We're gonna
what a
wait
good point.
until there's a boxing category to throw our
Yeah.
hats back in the ring.
So-
now we can't stop people from nominating us.
No.
It's a you know, anybody can nominate anybody.
Yeah.
But because there's not a specific vintage toy comic shop, we won for best antique. We're not an antique store, so it made me kind of feel bad for the antique
It
stores
made me feel...
in the area.
I feel like it's very unfair.
Yeah.
The way the categories work is that basically anyone can nominate anybody for any category, and the AC Press really doesn't...
They don't care.
They don't have any oversight, and there's so many categories that I
Yeah.
kind of get it. For them, it's just like a advertising.
Yeah, and then they
moneymaker.
get the people who are nominated to spend money on advertising. It's a whole
Yeah.
money-making thing for
It
the press.
is.
But it's a feather in our hat to win, and they get people to care. But we go all out and ask you guys to vote, and you did, and you came out in numbers, and
In
we really
droves,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
But to beat stores who are supposed to be in the category and are the category that we won in, I feel bad for those people.
Yeah,
Like,
we took gold in the antique store category.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, we're not-
proud.
Yeah, of course. We're so thankful to everyone who voted.
Yeah.
But like, we do have antique items, but we're, in my opinion, not an antique store.
And I would get upset if an antique store won in specialty shop, which we were in, because
They
antique
have
has
their
its own
category.
category.
That's another
So
thing
I
that
wish that
bothers me.
they would if they would just lock things into the categories they're supposed to be in, they would be great. But it's not that way. So we don't want to take awards from people that might deserve them better than we do in that category.
in that
So
category.
until there is a vintage toy / comic
Listen,
nerd shop,
I
pop
would-
culture, any of that kind
I
of
would
thing.
take collectible store,
Yeah.
toy store, comic shop, even bookstore.
We're retiring with our 3 best of the press.
So this year we won gold for antique store and we won silver in best specialty shop. And listen, I'm very glad. This is what happened. People who were voting for us did antique because it was alphabetically first, and then some people were like, eh.
But so we won silver.
Yeah.
The people who won gold, congratulations, in specialty shop
Yeah,
have
they have their own category,
their own category,
which they did not win
which
gold
they didn't
in.
win gold in.
So it's a little bit. It's very.
Not a fan of that.
It.
Congratulations to them for winning.
God
that.
bless them. You know, they have a
Yeah.
great. They have an amazing presence online. They do live sales like every single day. Great for them. It just strikes me as not, the categories are not really right, and it bothers me.
So until
So-
it's kind of like we used to play. Quizzo. We were a nationally ranked Quizzo team.
We were in the state of New Jersey. We were third in the state of New Jersey
So-
at one point.
We took it kind of seriously,
You think?
and the people who ran Quizzo didn't. And we were like, you know what? We're making a fun thing stressful. We're done.
Well, when we're literally watching a team cheating,
Yeah.
that bothers me.
But
Yeah.
so anyway, it was almost
Not
the same
saying
vibe. We were
anybody's
like very
cheating.
happy to be playing Quizzo, and like
I'm not
it was
saying
fun.
I'm
But
not-
like, but when I want things run correctly, we might be anal with that. I'm not sure.
I'm not saying anyone was cheating as far as best of the press. It's
No,
not
I
right
don't
at
think
all.
so. No.
It's just there's the oversight.
But I
is
want it done
non-existent.
right, or I don't want to. I'm good.
Specialty category.
We are
should-
retired.
I like that we were in the specialty shop category because that's exactly what we are. If we don't have our own category, which we don't, I believe that stores that already have their own category should have to be in their category. If you don't have a category, like Capella Oils and Vinegar, Cook's Corner, those are folks that should
Don't have a
been.
category because it's a
Yes,
specialty.
they should have been in specialty, and they were in specialty,
Right.
and we have been on the roster with them in years past. But for a store that has their own category, to win in a category that is for a catch-all for people without a category, it seemed kind of
Well,
weird.
like I said,
And then-
I don't want to have beat Best Antique because
no, it's not fair to them.
we're not that category. But I wouldn't have wanted Best Antique, an antique store to beat us in specialty because antique has a category.
Exactly. So it just kind of strikes us as a little off-putting. We're incredibly happy and proud. The real thing is that I don't want to have to ask you guys to vote for us and then us to still feel kind of like we cheated somebody.
Yeah.
Like, the people that won silver in antiques
And honestly,
are probably furious.
Every day when we're posting, please vote for us. I feel
terrible. Yeah.
Like, I just don't like pestering anybody.
Yeah. That's that too. But, like, if it was for Best Nerd Shop in South Jersey, believe me, I'd have no problem pestering you guys. But, like,
There's no way we would lose that.
To get this, like, nebulous specialty or antique, it just doesn't fit us right.
Yeah.
So we are going to retire on top. We have 2 golds and a silver. I feel very good about that. You guys should all feel very proud because that's really an award that you guys won. So thank you very much. We're
So
excited.
silver is just the first of the losers.
I know that. Listen, did you notice that on the little graphic I made that the silver medal was like behind all the golds? Like, here's 2 golds in front and then here's a silver back here. I'm not upset about the silver. That's not at all where I'm going at. We have 1 gold. It just, I don't feel like the categories were right.
Correct.
And that really rubs me the wrong way.
Anything else you'd like us to touch on today?
Somebody asked about
Let's
Ghostbusters.
do an AMA.
Somebody asked about Ghostbusters and then left. But if you listen, I'd
People
love
don't
to.
want to hear us talk. There's probably 7 people here. Like, oh, you hear the same conversation.
There's
we
at
always
least
have.
double-digit people watching us right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually love camera 1. This feels really intimate. Like,
This
I
is
love
camera
this.
2.
This is camera 2.
Thank you. I love not being on camera 1 Twitter. That was Ernie on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Fair, Ernie. Thank
Well,
you.
what were you looking at? What kind
Yeah, AMA guys, ask us anything. I want to answer some deeply personal questions. I've only cried once today so far.
of... I want Chinese.
I almost cried when the swiper stopped swiping. John Rubart was here, and he was in the middle of a transaction, and his beautiful girls were like freaking out because they had been here forever. He had to go put them in the car and like give them lollipops to calm them down while I'm trying to sort out what's happening with the swiper.
Wait, swiper, no swiping?
Swiper, no swiping.
Your cash register went Dora the Explorer on
It
you?
did. The in the middle of a transaction, the PayPal swiper was like, "No, you can't do that." Which I guess I appreciate them saying that they didn't want my money anymore. But
no.
yeah, it was
You
weird.
might be laundering.
So this next weekend, you might catch us. We are going to be going on Saturday, I think, to Cumberland County College to see Arsenic and Old Lace.
Yes, we're
Oh
gonna be at the
yeah, I forgot about that. I'm in that. I'm in that group going to see
You
it. Right?
are.
I'm
You're not
with
to
you.
play.
Donovan,
No, I know.
we talked
I
about that
wouldn't be able
last
to play.
week, right?
That works out perfectly. We don't need to come back here.
George is
Scott,
in it,
her and
right?
Skylar can meet and come meet us.
Okay.
So we'll work that out.
Okay, yeah.
Because we're going to be at dinner
Yeah,
with friends.
you said you were going up there way early anyway.
Yeah.
I just figured I'd drive.
We talked about sword fighting last week.
You
didn't
did,
we?
yeah.
Yeah, Donovan, I guess you missed it. It was just to recap.
We
The
did.
recap. It was really fun. Adrian Paul is really cool. I had a lot of fun.
And Bernie's been asking something. He's invisible.
I got a lot of really good pictures of myself looking badass with a sword. It was a cool experience.
What has Bernie been asking?
I don't know.
Has he been asking like our favorite?
Oh, there you go.
Well, he was asking while we were talking about
Yeah,
other
we were
things.
talking
my
about-
favorite toy
We
store
were
of all
talking
time.
about toy stores,
Toys R Us.
but
There was a
Katie.
couple in here yesterday. People have been coming in here for lack of other toy stores. People have been coming in with their young kids, which is fine. We have cheap and modern things for young kids,
Inexpensive,
things.
not cheap.
And the kids get excited when they come in. And one kid came in Friday and Saturday, and it was really cute.
Oh.
And
I
I
know what I'm
said,
talking about.
I said to the grandma who brought him in, it's funny, Friday one set of grandparents brought the kids in, Saturday the other set brought them in. So which means the kids are like, I want to go to the toy store. The grandparents are like, okay, kids.
didn't
And I
realize
said
that
to the
happened. That's cool.
grandparents, man, I wish Toys R Us was still open because that's what I used to do with Skylar. I used to take her and we used to spend like 2 hours in there because it was just aisles of stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it was fun. It was almost like going to a playground.
Yeah.
And that was an experience that I think is gone now. I mean, you walk the aisle in Walmart, but it certainly isn't Toys R Us.
It's bombed out and gross
Yeah.
now. So yesterday, a couple comes in with their 2 little girls, and I see two little girls like running. They run right over to the pony case, and they are both like freaking out about the ponies in the best way possible. Like, I like that one, I like that one. Nose prints on the glass, like the whole nine, right? And I hear them call the girls by name, and I'm hearing just the end of one of them. One of them, I don't want to throw them out under the bus. One of them had a very beautiful name, and the other one I just kept hearing like Annie, Annie, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I wonder what. I'm just curious.
I don't know if you told Celine about this.
I don't think I did. Like Annie, like what? Excuse me. Like I don't mean to be weird, but did I? What was the name that I just heard you say? Oh, her name is Penny. It's really Penelope, but Penny is short for Penelope. And I lost my shit. I was like, this little girl is pushing her face on the ponies, and her name is Penelope. Like,
and her mom's calling her Penny.
So like that kind of like made me feel.
Her mom is there, buying her ponies, calling her Penny.
Yeah. So that messed me up a little bit.
So you're like, my name's Penelope. I love ponies.
Yeah.
And I was like the only person who was allowed to call her Penny. Yeah. As her mother.
Yeah. Who has passed away. These many
so those
years.
rights have the rights were not passed on to anyone else.
No, they
Selena can't even call you Penny.
Why would she want to?
No, I don't know.
That's not who I am, really.
Yeah, but when you were a kid, that's what she knew you as.
Yeah, well.
Don't get me wrong. It took me comparatively a while to make the switch. Probably a year or two.
When we run into somebody in a Walmart somewhere, they're like, "Hey, Penny," I'm like, "Oh, pre-high school."
He can tell. Yeah. Not even like really. Even in high school, people were still calling me that. But the whole reason I ended up getting called Penny in the first place, two reasons. First reason, my mother named me Penelope so she could call me Penny, period. And once I hit school age, no one could spell it, and teachers couldn't pronounce it, so I had to be Penny.
The people actually said that people say Penelope to their kid.
Which is, what kind of idiot?
What a cute family they were.
Yeah.
She just... In my recollection, she's been Penelope, she's been identifying as Penelope since she learned to spell it, which would have been about, first grade?
I learned to spell my own name in first grade, but no one would call me that because they couldn't wrap their brains around it. So
Doug loved Toys R Us and the toy chest. I've never been to the toy chest.
I really...
Behind the mall on the Sears side of the building.
So as far as like chain toy stores,
I don't know
KB. KB was my place.
Yeah, I loved KB.
I didn't get into KB until the early 2000s when I started getting back into toys.
There was one in the Cumberland Mall, and it was the place to go.
That was
I loved that store.
There. I love that store.
I got so much D&D stuff at KB because when they couldn't sell it at Walden Books or wherever, it got bundled up. You could get 2 modules for $5.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
In a shrink wrap. At KB.
KB was really good for like clearance stuff like that.
It was like always.
We were broke, remember? That's why we went there.
When I lived in Atlantic City, and there was a Bradley's like a mile from the house, so that's where we used to go. And whenever my mom needed to go get like bath towels or something, they had GI Joes. Yeah. So we would stop and
Value
get GI
City.
Joes.
We always did over at the Cumberland Mall.
Yep.
My favorite thing about KB, first of all, they had tons of D&D stuff all the time. They had endless quest books, 2 for $1. I still have some of my original ones with the price tags on them.
Ernie knows. I'm Wellington Ave. Yep, on a mile stretch.
They had, guys, help me out with this. You're going to remember. At the cash wrap, they would have these bubble gums, right? But they were in these tiny little juice-looking cartons, and they had grape, apple,
they had orange.
And orange.
I remember them. They were so good.
And the orange was so good. It was gum. It would come out like little chiclets. Like, what is in this tiny carton?
Like candy-coated thing.
There
were tiny, oddly shaped nuggets of them.
The orange was strong.
The orange was so...
I'll scroll up for a second. I wanted... Jack V spelled his daughter's name.
Nakona, I believe. Help me out with that.
That's got to be a Native American name.
It's beautiful. I love it.
It really is.
That's like a Penelope name.
Oh, you can scroll back down.
So
Ernie said Wellington. Yep, that was right up the street where I lived in Chelsea Heights after I left Brigantine.
Ernie's mom.
Yep, absolutely. Who's Huff Puff?
That is Veronica.
Oh,
Bradley's.
Did you go to that Bradley's in Ventnor Heights, Veronica?
We were all about the Bradleys. We were all about the Bradleys in Cumberland Mall over in Vineland.
It means friendly. That's awesome.
It was originally Selena, help me out here. It was originally a Bradley's, and before Value City, what was there?
Steinbach.
In the Cumberland Mall?
Oh, in the Cumberland Mall?
Yeah.
Before Value City, Dry Goods.
Dry Goods, that's right. It was Dry Goods, and it was Value City. The Bradleys. So many toys got bought there for me at the Bradleys in Value City.
And then, so my mom would take me. So my dad had custody of me. My mom would take me on the weekends, and we would go to my grandma's at Summers Point. And we'd always pass a place called House and Gardens on Shore Road, and it was like a garden place. But GI Joe was so popular in the '80s. Every retail place had it. Like it was because it was such a phenomenon. Anybody who had a store had GI Joes in it, so we would stop at House and Gardens too.
Where else did we go? I love, as far as chain stores go.
Oh, I don't know. So
KB was definitely.
So V and I, we had the same
Jamesway.
haunts. She's not nearly my age though.
Probably Jamesway.
Jamesway was there. It was the three, right?
There was a Jamesway.
Bradley's.
Jamesway
And then
wasn't.
Kmart was across the street.
James-
I
right?
It
told the
wasn't at the
story
mall.
about getting
Where was
caught
it?
stealing at Jamesway.
Landis Avenue. Where Landis and Delsey met.
There was a Jamesway in
That was
on Tilton
Jamesway?
Road. On Tilton Road, yeah, that was Jamesway
I
where
remember that.
I put the GI Joe in my pants.
Yeah,
and
I know where the Jamesway was in Northfield.
The spaceport
Yeah,
was always a big deal.
there was an Ames too.
Where was
Bernie,
Ames?
malls used to
I
be the
remember.
best
I'll
thing in
show
the
you.
world.
I can't.
Yeah.
Malls used to be
Describe it.
amazing. We used to plan our weekends around going to the mall
Yeah.
with no other plan other
No.
than going to the mall.
Yeah.
You couldn't pay me to go to the mall. We couldn't wait to get out of the mall. It's such a funny shift of what happened with malls.
I mean, we realized that the writing was on the wall. People started getting stabbed in the parking lot, and we're like, it's time. Yes, them. Here, hand me that.
Oh yeah, there's them.
I love these things.
The orange was so strong it would make my mouth go.
Look, I would sell my left foot for any of them right now.
I would sell her left
cancer.
foot for those.
What else did I love? So there was in the probably the mid '90s, Planters Peanuts came out with something called PB Crisps, and what it was is it was a peanut-shaped graham cracker with a filling, and they did peanut butter filling or chocolate filling.
I already said God, not those.
The chocolate filling ones, it literally the best thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. It has like this beautiful graham cracker crust, and then it's like a chocolate pudding pie, but it's this big, like a peanut. You just, oh my god,
So the Shore Mall
so good.
was cool because you hang in the mall and then
movies.
evening time would come and you would go to the movies.
Yes,
Because you could just walk across the parking lot.
do that a lot.
But when the Hamilton Mall was built, the Shore Mall obviously started dying and dying and dying.
But there was no movies here.
But there was
at
no
the
movies
Hamilton
out
Mall,
at the Hamilton Mall.
which was definitely a bummer.
Yeah.
Shermell definitely died because of the Hamilton Mall. Now the Hamilton Mall is dying.
The
Dead.
Hamilton Mall-
It's dead. I mean, let's
It's
call
dead.
it what it
It's
is.
dead.
I mean, it's not.
It's not closed, but
It's not Shore Mall dead.
it is.
You think so?
When I can walk into the Hamilton Mall and take a picture of the advertising for advertising sign, it's one of the advertising signs. It's like advertise here, and it says your business will get seen, and I can take a picture of that with my phone, and there's no humans in the picture. It's
And
dead.
it feels like the Shore Mall, like right before they said this isn't. Shore Mall now is just Boscov's. Let's be honest.
It is.
And
It's
DMV.
Boscov's. It's no
Yeah.
longer the Shore Mall.
That's
called
what
the
that's
DMV.
that's. It feels like the Hamilton Mall is a step from that.
Yeah.
Remember when you used to go to the Shore Mall and like things started feeling weird, like the pet store had closed, and you're like, "What's going on?" And then
Yeah.
the back area turned into like 5 stores turned into one Asian like market
Yep.
store.
And then one of the big
It only sold like weird knockoff art.
Swords and art and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what the Hamilton Mall feels
One of the
like
big-
now.
one
And
of the
that's
big
right
an-
before the end.
one of the big anchor stores closed, and you were like, "Oh, I wonder what's gonna come in," and then nothing did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bernie, this is amazing. There's an original Spaceport arcade in the Lehigh Valley. It's of course a comic store now, but all the interior and exterior.
Oh, that's
are
amazing.
That's
I'd love,
cool.
I'd
That's
love to
really
see
cool.
that.
Yeah, I miss. Man, Spaceport was awesome.
Veronica is trying to make a good point about the mall still having some good stores. There's a Torrid, a Victoria's Secret. There's a Hot Topic in the
Level
mall.
Up is still there. There are very few reasons to go,
Yeah.
but you don't go to the mall for the mall now. Like
There's
I'm going to go to this store,
Yeah, it's not the
and I'm
atmosphere.
going to leave from that
Circuit
store.
Yeah.
City.
You're
So
not gonna-
Chris
you're not
Chris
gonna
knows
walk-
this. The Circuit City, our
Aren't
local
Julius,
Circuit
yeah.
City. My dad used to work there very many years ago at our local Circuit City. It's now the Spirit Halloween flagship location. It's their international flagship, intergalactic flagship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're not going to the mall to walk up and down and
Cinnabon.
see who's there. And
How
see what
nailed it. The
everyone
only
has.
reason to go to the mall is a Cinnabon. Now I want a Cinnabon.
Circuit City is the first place to ever give me credit,
Welcome to Circuit
and I got a
City,
stereo for my
where
'73
services
Charger,
state of the
Nice.
art.
and never paid it.
Oops.
It was
That's
the first time I
hilarious.
ever got credit, and I had to. They hit me with like the creditors chased me and stuff. My grandpa drove me down to the credit agency and made me pay it.
That's hilarious. He sees a weekly now that Restaurant Depot opened. Oh yeah, how is that place? Do you have to have like
Where's
a
Restaurant
commercial?
Depot at?
It's right where the Burlington used to be, next to the Spirit Halloween Old Circuit
Oh,
City.
yeah.
You can tell it's an old Circuit City because they built the building to look like a plug,
Yeah,
plugging
it's got
in.
the shape.
So it has that square.
Some buildings you can
sideways
always
shape.
tell the shape of. Like, you can tell a Wawa.
Old Pizza Huts, old Wawas, you can always tell.
I'm hungry.
Wish I was hungry enough for the buffet, but I'm not.
I'm not even hungry anymore. I ate so many M&Ms and I've been so upset all day, like elevated.
I hate all of you.
They're
I can't go
like,
to the buffet by myself.
You can't. I want a Cinnabon.
I mean, I
now.
could, and I have, but
ShopRite has
I don't feel like it
Cinnabons in the
tonight.
bakery section. All you need is an EIN. It's free membership if you own.
Oh, we should go wander around there. I'd like to check it out and see what's in there.
That would be cool. Because they probably sell all kinds of crazy stuff.
So the Echelon Mall has 3 restaurants and an antique store.
That's neat.
Listen, I think
Antique stores.
is it the Cherry Hill Mall that's still kind of thriving?
Echelon? Was it Echelon?
No, we haven't been to Echelon.
It's
was-
wherever the one-up arcade place is.
Well, that's Deptford.
It was Deptford.
So Deptford Mall still
Yeah.
got something going on then. Still
That-
feels like a mall.
Dude, we went there. What was happening when we went there? We were going to go see the
There was a
D&D
line
movie.
of people. It was a.
Oh, you didn't go because you were sick.
Wasn't it the Easter Bunny?
It was the Easter Bunny.
We-
Yeah.
we went there to
we
pick
went-
up.
The Container Store in
The
Cherry Hill is
costume for
amazing. We've
Tucky
been in it
after
and it has
the thing.
so many cool like display things.
I'm not hungry, but like I want to eat something.
I could pound some General Chicken, but I
So
shouldn't.
I don't know what I did to myself this week. I got myself some rice cakes and some Triscuits, roasted garlic Triscuits, and some white cheddar rice cakes. And one of those 2 snacks literally burnt my tongue. So like I didn't eat anything hot, but some flavor has burnt my tongue, and I can't taste anything now. And I asked you to look at my tongue earlier. You failed to mention there's a giant piece of my tongue missing.
What?
Look.
You two are so weird.
I wouldn't know what that means.
I must have at some point in the past bitten my tongue and bitten part of it off because I actually have a chunk out of my tongue. It's pretty weird.
You two are so weird.
Ooh, Cheesecake Factory.
Never even one.
I have Ernie did the floors in the Container Store when he worked for Local 29.
There you go.
Too much salt. It could definitely, Alicia, probably. Because now I can barely taste anything. Like my tongue is all messed up. Yeah, and there's literally a piece missing from my tongue. Like who does that? How is that a thing? All right, what else? We're all on our phones. Selena and you are on your phone. I'm not on mine.
I don't know. That's all I got.
Is that all we got? What else we have going on?
Let me look at my calendar.
So we should be here on Friday, presumably. Saturday we are not going to be in the store personally. We will still be open, of course, but we will not be here. We will be having a nice dinner and then a show. That sounds so grown up.
Friday we have lunch early. A lunch date. Saturday we're not in the store.
We do have a lunch date.
Sunday,
on Friday, okay.
as of right now,
Sunday
we're here,
is
which is
VIP
VIP
day.
Sunday.
I'm going to try to get some donuts.
I like VIP Bartertown Day.
Yeah. As long as we have something ready to go and I'm not stressed out, and as long as the swiper swipes when people are trying to pay me, that's literally how basic my life is.
Joe fans, comic fans, starting tonight at 8 p.m. our time, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
I have 118 G.I. Joe comics
Whoa.
starting at 99 cents each. They're not live right now, so I put the link up, but the link's going to bring you to nothing. So I'll put it in the VIP group. I'll put it on the page.
There's some auctions up there, not a lot, but there are. It's farpointtoys.com/auctions. So you gonna put that in?
A lot of the vintage Marvel G.I. Joes at number 2 and number 3 and number 4 and number 5.
There's like 30 or so comics ending tonight at about that time. If anybody wants to just take a look, they're 99 cents. Nothing serious. Some weird stuff. Some movie programs, vintage. Some magazines like some Epics and some Monsters of Filmland. Just a few, just a dozen, 2 dozen or so. Nothing serious.
What else is going on?
I'm still playing Baldur's Gate. I'm never gonna stop. It's
The
one of
Tucker
the best games
calendar
in
is
the world.
shooting.
Oh God, I almost forgot about that. Get your wallets ready. The Tucker calendar. We have already completed 2 shoots out of 13 for this year's Tucker calendar.
Hal asked if I have 118 G.I. Joe figures. No, Hal. 118
Comics.
G.I. Joe comics.
Yes.
No figures
Comics
at the
only.
moment.
Comics.
There will be some more modern era figures coming up for sale of mine. A lot of convention set figures, Joe Con figures, complete from the boxes.
Yes, Veronica, have no fear. There will absolutely be a Tucker 2024 calendar.
And I have nothing to do with the calendar other than being in it this year.
Yeah, that was.
But I want
Spoilers.
to say it will be out before the new year. Right?
I like how you're not the one having anything to do with it, but you're putting a lot of onus on me. Pat would like a Tucker update. How is Tucker?
Let's find out.
He just had that one mini M&M.
Tucky.
Tuck, you live?
Tucky, buddy.
He's
You
gonna
want a treat?
He's gonna think he's getting another M&M.
Come here, bud.
Yeah, he's fine.
You can't have an M&M. You can have some pretend bacon. There you go.
He's fine.
I love how I absolutely adore the vest that
Ernie
we
and
got
I in a
him.
Speedo. Almost. I thought about it. I'm posed like I am.
Listen, there's definitely some Burt Reynolds vibes.
I was going to do the famous Burt Reynolds picture.
He's definitely giving Burt Reynolds.
So, but it's not that.
Tucky, not
I am
Justin.
dressed. Just
two,
so you know.
2 picks, 11 to go, Hal, because we do need a cover. So we always have to do 13. 13 pictures. Ready
Let
to
me
go.
get a close up of his harness real quick.
I love this
that harness for him.
How we absolutely love this harness. We've got to get him some patches. I really want to get him a Tucker patch. We get his name on it. It's a tactical vest for the dog. I love it.
What are you doing?
It's great.
Yes, that was me calling
It
you.
works
Yeah.
well as a harness.
It
Well,
is.
I have
It
to
works
tighten.
great.
I have to tighten the straps a little bit. He can still get one paw through.
Don't let him eat anything. You got anything over there?
No. What are you doing?
He's not going to sideswipe your M&M.
He just completely.
He did.
He snakes
just
his
saw
little
it,
neck.
and he was so chill about it. He didn't go for it. He was like, "I'm just gonna slide in from the
What are you doing?
side.
Have you met Tucker? He's the chillest chihuahua
I'm just
ever.
gonna slide in from the side."
You know what I like about this harness? I can
You
pick
can
him
just
up.
be
That dog
careful. You're gonna
handle.
choke him.
No, it doesn't.
Ah, Ghostbuster patch. Wouldn't that be
Oh
awesome?
my gosh! And it's the red color for Ghostbusters too.
That would be amazing.
I don't know if there's anywhere to sew a patch on, to be honest with you.
Well,
You can
it's
Velcro it.
Oh.
All that Velcro. See, look at that red thing on the side.
Pull the
That's
red thing off.
Velcro.
It's velcroed on.
Yeah, that's just Velcro. You're not getting any M&Ms. I see you looking. So I also learned this week that dogs can't eat ham.
I didn't know that either. I
If you're
meant to
feeding your
respond.
dog ham, and it actually
ham.
occurred to me.
Oh, yeah.
It actually occurred to me that you don't see ham flavored dog food or anything.
I meant to respond to that when you texted it to me. I forgot. I didn't know that. I absolutely didn't know that. I've given him
What
ham
are you
before.
doing to him? He's so cute.
He's doing it.
I am not a dog person, but I
Well, he's not a dog.
if anything ever happened to Tucker, I would kill everyone in the room and then myself.
He's not a dog. He's Tucker.
Can you do it, Tux?
Passed out Tucker with empty beer cans around him for January. Happy New Year. That is actually a carry handle. You should be able to carry him with it if properly adjusted.
I picked it up with it from a.
I'm
With
just
I
worried
have
about
to-
his neck.
It's not properly adjusted right at the minute. It doesn't. It's not pulling on his neck. It's pulling
Okay.
on where the harness pulls.
All right, so
It's
like more
shoulders.
of like his body.
It's shoulders and chest, but
it
it's
is
not.
a little loose.
It's yeah. I have to
Yeah,
adjust
it. grabs
it.
him up by the neck.
Yeah, I don't.
It's
I
hard
don't like
because
that
he's
around
fluffy, and when it's on, it looks too tight
Yeah.
because it's compressing his fluff.
So I want to get him and strap it right here, and then I'll have a rifle, and we can jump out of an airplane together.
I'm not sure that Tucker would like that.
I don't think he'd care.
If there were treats at the end, he would probably be fine.
We had that conversation, like, oh, Tucker's back in dog school. How does he like it? His whole life is doing dumb stuff for people for treats. What's the difference between that and dog school?
Tucker has the best life. Tucker's just the best little guy.
Well, guys, we're just marking
filling
time
out.
here.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
just filling
Yeah, I'm
out.
hungry.
I like hanging out though. Like I feel like if I don't get my weekly hangout, like
I do
Yeah.
too. It's better when I'm not hungry.
I'm not hungry, but I'm something. Maybe my mouth is bored. I don't know.
I know what I am. I'm
That sounds
starving.
weird. Alex said that he would jump out of a train if there were treats at the end.
Fair.
Why would you jump out of a perfectly good airplane? That's my question. Why?
To get the treats at the end, of course.
Listen, some people collect toys and some
You're-
people collect experiences.
You're an adult. You can buy your own treats without having to jump out of an airplane.
That's the reason I've never jumped out of an airplane. Well, one of the reasons.
I like
You
what
said Alex would
said.
jump out of a train. He said plane.
Train, plane, it's the same thing. One's just going that way.
Yeah,
one's
some
going-
people collect
They're
experience.
both going this way. One's just up there doing it.
Some people want to try
Yeah,
it
yeah.
all. You know why they
Listen.
climb mountains? Because they're there.
No, I get that. And listen, I'm not yucking anybody's yum. I personally don't understand the adrenaline rush of jumping out of an airplane.
No, not everybody does. Not, and
I-
not everybody understands collecting action figures.
Is there an adrenaline rush involved with collecting action figures?
I didn't say it's an
You
adrenaline
get the
rush.
right one.
It's dopamine for sure. 100%. All we are doing is making our brains have dopamine. When we get ourselves something
Yeah.
and add it to our collection,
Yeah.
dopamine shot. Oh, that feels good. Where's the next one?
Planes, trains,
Where's the
and
next one?
automobiles.
Give me that next G.I. Joe.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Give me that board game. So, I have a problem. We know that. I have many problems, but I have a specific problem I want to talk about. I moved my board game collection from the house to here in the museum because I ran out of room at the house. They no longer fit on a single 5-shelf unit like from IKEA. So I brought them here to the museum, and behind the bar, the one entire wall is just board games. Top to bottom. I'm staring at it right now. Board games.
Ernie, my thoughts exactly.
I now have a problem where I have too many board games and they no longer fit in the space that I created for them here at the store. So now I do not know what to do. I feel like maybe we should adjust the top shelf so I can put more board games up at the top. You're laughing, but that seems like a good thing to do. That seems like it would work. Right? I'm just put them up there on top. I have too many board
We
games.
need to start
But
playing
no.
some of these board games. I'm mad because
Who
I don't
said
have
bye?
anybody to play board games
Bernie
with,
did.
Bernie.
Goodbye,
Later,
Bernie.
Bernie.
Ernie has a wife has a cry cut machine. I am making this happen. I do not need a T-shirt that says my mouth is bored.
She's already got one that says best Chihuahua aunt.
I do have one that says best Chihuahua aunt. Did I buy that for myself?
No.
Okay. It doesn't seem like something I would buy for myself. I should have worn it today.
I'm gonna sign off.
We're good. We're gonna go.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
do
Sorry we didn't have
something.
more stuff. Hopefully we get some collections in this week.
We really need to do better. And I don't need to feel like I'm calling you out. I'm not. We. That's both of us. As far as like, I think we did our best Bartertowns when they have a theme. Like, I know you guys love the train wreck, but the train wreck is stressful, and the train wreck doesn't usually equal dollars. So, like, I feel like when we had a theme going, then maybe it was better. Because then, like, oh, we can put it in the Joe group because it's Joe this week, or we can put it in the Nintendo group because we're doing Nintendo. We should probably try to make a more conscious effort to make a theme and match the theme and, like, make it more of a thing. Instead of me forgetting to launch
We
the
are
event until
powerless
Saturday.
to what comes in.
One of the themes can be train wreck and just all train related toys
Train wreck.
or wrecks.
All right, I guess that's it. Thank you all again, every single one of you, for all of your numerous votes with all of your email addresses to make us Best of the Press again. We love you so much and appreciate. I hope that you don't think that we're not appreciative because we have decided going forward to retire. But it is incredibly appreciated. I just don't want anyone to feel bad. We didn't really listen. We did not deserve to win Best Antique Shop. We are a collectible store. We're really not an antique shop. But we love every single one of you. Next week,
Let's do this again.
Let's do this again. I really enjoyed this.
We'll see you VIPs on Sunday. And
How did you feel about camera 2?
I like talking to camera too.
Yeah, it's nice. It's like more intimate.
Yeah.
It's like down here. All right, I guess that's it. Anyone who made a purchase, you're going to be getting an invoice shortly. Don't be surprised if it's a strange PayPal address that you don't recognize because I don't know. I don't know how we're going to handle that. We'll figure it out. But yeah, look out for that in the next couple hours. We will see you next
Soon.
Sunday, if
Yep.
not sooner.
Yep.
Thanks again for watching.
Later, guys.
Bye.